First assignment due in the research and practice assignment is your annotated bibliography. An annotated bibliography requires you to search the library, conduct a literature search regarding your approved topic using the databases provided by the USF library. You should have already conducted the library research module that shows you exactly how to do that, shows you how to cite an APA, and also shows you a little bit about how to complete an annotated bibliography. You can continue to use that USF Libraries module as a resource if you get stuck. It will remain up on the Canvas page. For your annotated bibliography, you must identify 5 library resources that are related to your topic. Of these 5 library resources, 3 must be empirical peer-reviewed research studies. So right here you can see in your syllabus, 3 must be empirical peer-reviewed research studies. And the other 2 must be within one of the categories. So you can do an edited book chapter, a lit review or meta-analysis, some sort of an invited article that hasn't been peer-reviewed, or a practitioner-based article from a non-peer review journal. So you want to make sure that at least 3 are peer-reviewed. Your library resource module also explains to you how to identify whether something is peer-reviewed or not. And if you're unsure, you can let me know. The course textbook is not an example of what's going to be counted as your 5 required resources. Do not use the course textbook as one of your resources. Do not use any other resources provided in Canvas by me as one of your resources. You must come up with your own unique 5 required resources. How do you write an annotated bibliography? I like to use the Purdue OWL site to summarize that information. And so let's click on the Purdue OWL site. For the Purdue OWL site, it gives you a nice explanation of annotated bibliographies. It also provides you how they look like in MLA, APA, and CMS. We're using APA for this assignment. So an annotation is a summary or an evaluation. And so for your annotated bibliography, you would put the reference in APA style, and then you would summarize and evaluate underneath each of the references. So for your annotations, they should do all 3 of the following for the specific course. They should summarize. So you want to summarize the information from the article. What are the main ideas? What's the point of the article? What topics? So what is it about? And it really shouldn't be too long. It should be 3 or 4 sentences. If you need help with paraphrasing, make sure to click on the paraphrasing source. Make sure you are not plagiarizing. Do not write anything that's exactly as written in the paper. Also, do not just copy over the abstract. Every research article has an abstract. I don't want you to copy and paste the abstract. If you were to provide a direct quote, you need to include the page number from that direct quote and put quotation marks around it. Although for an annotated bibliography, because it is so short, I would urge you not to do direct quotes. You want to also assess the article. So you want to mention whether it's useful for you. How does it compare with other sources in your bibliography? Do you find the information to be good information? And then reflect on it. So how does it fit within your research? So this is different than assessing. So assessing is, was it a good source, and does it corroborate with information from other sources that you've come up with? Reflect is really, how is it going to be helpful to you? How will it help you shape your argument? In the case of this assignment, you want to think about how it feeds into one of the 2 main ideas that you're trying to come up with for your research paper. So for your research paper, you're going to need to have 2 main findings for your question that are stemming or resonating from these articles. So your reflection should really point to where this article fits within your main ideas. All right, you can continue to read on if you want from the Purdue OWL site on your own time. I'm going to go back to the information about the assignment and the rubric. So you're really expected to do your library research, go onto the library website, look in databases and you should know how to do that. You search for data. You log in. Make sure you're logged into the library website. Look, do a search, subject search, and look under education or look under psychology. And I would suggest that you look in these specific databases, ERIC, EBSCO, PsycInfo, or Education Full Text, for your articles. Web of Science is also good. It's just a little overwhelming sometimes. Um, Example journals that you can find good articles on include Child Development, Developmental Psychology, Journal of Ed Psych, but there's a lot of other ones depending on your disciplines as well. Make sure that your reference and citations are in APA 6th edition style, and your annotation, as I said before, follows the Purdue OWL recommendations. And you'll see that in your annotated bibliography rubric. So for your rubric, 2 points are attributed to the fact that you have 5 appropriate references, so at least 3 were empirical peer-reviewed research studies, and the other 2 fit into the specified categories, and you're welcome to have all 5 as peer-reviewed studies. You get 1 point for having the references in APA 6th edition style. You get 2 points if you summarize, provide a concise summary of the main points. 2 points for assessing and evaluating the usefulness of this resource, and 2 points for reflecting on how it fits within your chosen topic. So again, remember, these are the categories that were mentioned in the Purdue OWL site: summary, assess, and reflect. So let me show you a couple examples of previous semesters of students who have submitted annotated bibliographies that have done well. And I have provided these for you on Canvas. So this specific annotated bibliography asks, are learning games an effective method for adolescent students in a foreign country to learn communicative English based on the communicative language teaching? And what this person did was they did put their references in APA format. So they have their last name, first initial, year, the name of the article in lower caps, the name of the journal in upper caps, and then the volume, the issue, the page numbers, and then the DOI. And they go ahead and provide a summary of the article. They also assess the article and reflect on how it fits in. This one's a little bit broad, main idea, but they at least made an effort. And so he goes on to do that in each of the different summaries. So here you'll see that the games fall here under the second idea for his assignment or her assignment. For another example, here's another example. How does an instructor's social and teaching presence impact student engagement in an online course? And this was from a student in instructional technology. And again, they have the references, the impact of instructor immediacy and presence for online student effective learning, cognition, and motivation from Journal of Educators Online. There's no page number here, but there's the volume number and the issue, where it was retrieved from because there was no DOI. Here she summarizes, she reflects, and she also assesses. And she continues to do that in each of the articles. For the and as I said, these will be up on Canvas for you. The final example I'm showing you is which instructional practices are effective in supporting student achievement in elementary mathematics. And again, she has her APA style references, and these are a little longer. She went a little more in depth in her summaries, which is fine. I would suggest between a paragraph and a page for your summaries. And so this is exactly what she did here. She did provide she did quote cite from the article inside You can choose to do that or not. Usually if it's the same article, we know that it's from that because it's under the reference. So in this case, it's okay, unless you're citing from something else. But here again, this provides evidence to suggest the needs for differentiated instructional practices in diverse classrooms, which is my second topic. The article begins with the pre-existing research on topic, then moves to describing the experiment and providing evidence. So she does a really nice job with that assessment and reflection piece. And so I would really use this one as a guide for the assessment and reflection. And in some cases, she also points to other articles. So this article is in conversation with the other article that she cited. So she shows the link between the different articles she's using, which is also a strength. So this is really well done. So that's it. If you have any questions, let me know, but it should be a pretty straightforward assignment. Thank you.